Dear students, today we will discuss about the respiration. Listen carefully that respiration is quite different to breathing. Breathing is only a sum of inhalation and exhalation, or inspiration and expiration. In simple words, breathing is a process in which we take oxygen and expels carbon dioxide. It is not related to production of energy. It is neither cellular process, so it is quite different to respiration. While the respiration is a physio-biochemical process in which food is converted into energy, and this one is a cellular process and liberates energy, so it is quite too different with breathing. During respiration, the digested food materials are broken down to release energy in the form of ATP, adenosine triphosphate. Depending on the requirement of oxygen, respiration may be of two types: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration occurs in the presence of air, means oxygen, while the anaerobic respiration occurs in the absence of oxygen. Let us discuss now in details. In all cases, the first step is the breakdown of glucose, a 6-carbon molecule, into a 3-carbon molecules called pyruvate, or in a scientific term, glycolysis. Lysis means breakdown. A glyco related with glucose, it means that the breakdown of glucose into pyruvic acid or pyruvate. This process taken place in the cytoplasm. Further, the pyruvate may be converted into ethanol and carbon dioxide. This process takes place in yeast during fermentation. Since this process takes place in the absence of air or oxygen, it is called anaerobic respiration. Breakdown of pyruvate using oxygen takes place in the mitochondria. That is a part of aerobic respiration. A large amount of energy released in the aerobic respiration as compared to anaerobic respiration. Sometimes, when there is a lack of oxygen in our muscle cells, the pyruvate is converted into lactic acid. This buildup of lactic acid in our muscles during sudden activity causes cramps. Glucose is 6-carbon compound, and in the cytoplasm converted into pyruvate or pyruvic acid, which is 3-carbon molecule, which liberates very less amount of energy. Net gain of ATP is only 2 ATPs. While in mitochondria, in the presence of oxygen, it is finally converted into carbon dioxide and water and energy in the presence of oxygen. While in the lack of oxygen in our muscle cells, it may form lactic acid plus energy. Lactic acid is also 3-carbon molecules. In absence of oxygen, maybe in yeast, ethanol plus carbon dioxide, which is 2 carbon molecules. Terrestrial organisms use atmospheric oxygen for respiration, whereas aquatic organisms use oxygen dissolved in water. As you know, fishes take oxygen through its gills, while the insect procure oxygen from spiracles or trachea. In human, inhalation of air occurs through the following pathway. First, starts from nostril, then nasal passage, then pharynx, then larynx, larynx to trachea, trachea to bronchus, bronchus to bronchiole, and bronchiole to alveolus. In human beings, air is taken into the body through the nostrils. The air passing through the nostrils, filtered by fine hairs that line the passage. The passage is also lined with mucus, which helps in this process. From here, the air passes through the throat and into the lungs. Rings of cartilage are present in the throat. These ensure that the air passage does not collapse. Within the lungs, the passage divides into smaller and smaller tubes, which finally terminate in balloon-like structure, which are called alveoli. Alveoli is the plural of alveolus. The alveoli of lungs are richly supplied with blood and are the sites where exchange of gases, oxygen and carbon dioxide, occurs between blood and the atmosphere. The blood brings carbon dioxide from the rest of the body for release into the alveoli, and the oxygen in the alveolar air is taken up by alveolar blood vessels to be transported to all the cells in the body. During the breathing cycle, when air is taken in and let out, the lungs always contain a residual volume of air so that there is sufficient time for oxygen to be absorbed and for the carbon dioxide to be released. In humans, the respiratory pigment, hemoglobin, carries oxygen from the lungs to the different tissues of the body. This pigment is present in the red blood cells. After this discussion, you are in position to give the answer of what is respiration. Very simple. Respiration is a physio-biochemical process in which food is converted into energy in two steps. First, glycolysis, then Krebs cycle, means it starts in cytoplasm, then completes in mitochondria by two ways, either aerobic or anaerobic pathway. Here, you can discuss another issues like the difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration and respiration compared with breathing. You should draw neat and clean diagram of human respiratory systems also. Thank you. Have a nice day. Dear students,